Hello, hello. This is Sloth.A.Mystery, but you can call me Sam. I'll play more Murder by Numbers in a little bit, but first, I wanted to talk about the Amazing Digital Circus because it's a really good show. Very minor spoilers, though. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers as best as I can. So, episode 8 came out recently as of the time of recording this. It was very good. A lot of people have strong feelings about the episode, I'm sure. Um, I can't wait to see how they wrap up the series. I'm not even going to bother trying to make theories about it. I have not been disappointed by this show at all. It's so good. It's so well written. And the attention to detail is absolutely amazing. I hope that they all get a happy ending. Everyone. Including Jax, even though I don't like him very much, and including Kane, who, yeah, definitely was not the best in the last episode. But I get it. He's having a rough time. Um he just wants to be accepted so badly, and his whole life has been nothing but failures in his mind. I feel bad for Kane. He's trying so hard, and he is literally not human, so the fact that he's trying at all is really something. But anyway, that was enough of that. I might as well switch to the game then. Use your CPU, locate every clue, make the right connections, and we'll find what's true. Together, we will work it out. I'll protect your honor if you be my scout. 'Cause what's out there is a mystery. We'll shine a light of truth and make it clear to see that murder's never far away. We'll put our heads together and we'll save the day. We might not know what the future holds, but just stick with me and we'll face what comes together. I don't remember all the words yet, but I remember most of them. It's such a good little opening. Love her cute little opening. Anyway, I could load from where the autosave picks up right at the end of the last case, but I can just start from the next case. So a quick recap in case you haven't seen this game or watched the first part. It's still currently up on Twitch for now, but it'll go away soon because of how Twitch works. I'll put it up on YouTube when I can. But we have our main characters, Scout and Honor Misery. That is literally her last name, is Misery. Why? I don't know. But we have our fun robot companion Scout who does not remember what he is exactly or why he just is. And Honor, who was an actress playing a sidekick to a detective in a TV show, but her boss kind of got murdered. Well, she got fired, and then her boss who fired her kind of got murdered. That was the first case. That was the whole of chapter 1, is we meet our characters, a murder happens, we solve the murder. We may have jumped to the wrong conclusion first, but we got there. But because of that, we kinda... The suspect died. They got axed. And now we have a new case to start. I don't know if we'll finish the entire case today, but we will get as far as we can. I don't remember what all the cases are. I remember the first one pretty well, and I remember the setting for most of them. But yeah, first case of show's over. We're going on case 2, Fallen Star. It hadn't been a great start to the summer. The job I loved, my whole career, was gone. I was lost. And that was the least of my worries. I hadn't seen a real body since Dad's funeral, but suddenly I was haunted by death. First Blake, then the man who killed him, and somehow, in a way I couldn't begin to understand, I was at the center of it all. Because main character, baby! The only good thing to come out of that day was meeting Scout, but he had problems of his own. he even understand what I was going through? Still, it was good to have someone to talk to. It was a nice feeling. Comfortable. I wondered how long it would last. Don't say things like that. We love Scout. He's the best. See? What did I tell you? Your friends are late. I said we should have taken a cab. You really want to miss your own award show? They'll be here, Mom. They're probably stuck in traffic. Dick Stanford is hosting this year? I bet he's not stuck in traffic. He's a professional. I'm going to turn down the volume just a little bit. I asked Casey to drive me to the awards. I can't bail on him just because you invited yourself along at the last second. Well, it's not like you were going to bring a date, is it? Does Scout count? Speaking of which, I saw Ryan the other day. Ryan and I are through, Mom. Divorced. It is over. With that attitude, I'm hardly surprised, but there's no substitute for a good man. I should know. That reminds me. I found something yesterday while I was cleaning out a drawer. Think of it as an early birthday gift. I have a feeling it's gonna be garbage. My birthday was 3 months ago, Mom. Why have you always got to make such a big deal out of everything? Just take it. Oh, it's a puzzle. Yay, I love puzzles. What a great birthday present. It's a puzzle. These two. Whoops. Oh, is it a locket? Yeah, it is. Cool. Oh, yes. We gotta get our points because we're on a new case. Jewelry, Mom, I don't... Open it up. There's a photograph inside. Oh, wow. Why is that police officer standing in front of a giant brown hat? It must be at least 25 feet in diameter. How big must the person who wears that hat be? I'll need to add this to my database. No, Scout, that's the Brown Derby in Wilshire. I loved that restaurant as a kid. And he isn't just any police officer. That's a photo of her father. Not that it's any of your business. Really, Anna, I don't know where you found this thing. It's not even human. Correct. I am not human. I am Scout. Oh, Scout, you're the best. You better point that camera over. Don't start, Mom. I'm just happy you found this photo. I don't have a lot of pictures of that. It's good to see him again. Thanks for this. I appreciate it. A good gift. And it came with a puzzle. Sorry I'm late. Traffic. It's about time you showed up. I always thought you were unreliable, but this takes the cake. Mrs. Misery, delightful to see you, as always. Anna, you did not tell me your mother was coming. You could have warned me. I'd have brought my wooden stake. Sorry, I didn't know until today. Trust me, she wasn't exactly my first choice for a +1 either. 1 second, I think that's my phone. It's a fun little ringtone. Anna, you know how my ankles get if I have to stand for too long? Uh-huh. Okay, we'll see you there. Bye. Becky said she doesn't need a ride anymore. She'll meet us there. Well, are we going? Or are you two gonna stand out here yapping till sundown? I'm gonna go sit in the car before I catch a cold. It's the middle of June. In California! And not even on the coast! Like, LA's pretty warm! It's a nice dry heat. Oh, the weather's so good. Have you considered putting yourself up... Oh wow, Casey, that is a mean one. Have you considered putting yourself up for adoption? I guess we should get going. Also, Casey, you missed the very wonderful heartfelt gift from Mom. It was nice. That was a legitimately good one. Right you are. Wouldn't want her heart to thaw out in that hot car, would we? We're going to a place. Oh, but we can talk to Casey first. Mom can wait. So, ready for the Starshine Awards? I've been better. Still kind of processing, you know? I didn't want to bug you, but the last time you were this quiet was because of that
douchebag, so I was a little worried. Well, you shouldn't. No matter how bad things get, I'm never going back there. I promise. Have you spoken to your agent about any new roles? I could always put some feelers out amongst the stylist network. We hear everything. Truth be told, I haven't even told her. I don't want to rush into anything, and my savings will last another couple of months. I'll be fine.
Good for you, Honor.
Of course you will. I mean, you've got me, haven't you? And I guess you've got Scout now, too. Although, just to clarify, it's still crazy that you have a literal flying robot. But that's fine. I'm not jealous.
I mean, I'd be jealous. Scout's pretty awesome.
Don't you think it's a bit weird that Dick Stanford is hosting the awards? A retired chat show host is hardly going to bring in viewers, is he? You know Marcy, the stylist I know at the Late Late Show? She said it's because he runs the Starshine Committee. He uses his clout to demand they make him the presenter. Sounds about right for this town. If he's been running the awards this long, he must be doing a good job, but can't say I particularly want to watch him. Me neither, but Mom won't shut up about the guy. He's the only reason she's coming. I swear, when he quit TV, she was sadder than when Grandma died. Speaking of which, I think we'd better go soon. If your mom stares at me from that car for much longer, she'll bore a hole through my head.
We gotta talk about Scout.
I've been having fun with Scout at my place, but I'm exhausted. Little guy's been soaking up information like a sponge ever since we watched Casablanca. I should watch Casablanca someday. Yep. We have watched 26 movies over the past 9 days.
That is a lot of movies. That is, well, I guess it's about 3 movies a day, which is doable, but that's... Are you sure everything's okay, Honor? I'm worried. That's a lot of movies. Maybe it's mostly Scout who's been watching them. Honor's been doing... You shouldn't just plonk a kid in front of the TV like that, Honor. That's very irresponsible.
I wanted to see more, but Honor has run out of tapes.
Oh, well. Now I'm very concerned. When did they run out? Like...
I'd warn you about getting square eyes from too much TV, but... It's not just TV. He's read almost every book I own. He loved my dad's old mystery novels. If I can learn the techniques of all the great detectives, I might be able to find out where I come from. I can't believe anyone would build something as incredible as Scout and then just throw him away in a junkyard. Whoever they are, they don't deserve him anymore. Forget about them. I already did. That is the problem.
Poor Scout. Alright. We got map. Map time! To the theater! Have the sounds of the way. Whoops.
Well, I never! They've actually gone all out on decorations this year! Oh, there's the champagne waiter. Hey, hello, over here, please! Oh no, what's up? Everyone's staring at us? At me? What do you expect? This is what you signed up for when you became an actress! I'll go find our table. Do people know about what happened at the studio? About Blake? You know Hollywood, Honor. News travels fast. They'll get over it. What's the matter with you people? You over there in the cheap jacket. Maybe you should spend less time gawping at us and more time in front of a mirror. That wig is not fooling anyone. Nicely done. I wish I could make that big of an entrance. Ryan! Day just keeps getting better and better. What the hell are you doing here? Oh, KC, loud and clueless as always. I'm here because I was invited. Were you? Or did Honor just bring you out of pity? Oh, of course. I forgot they added an award for sleaziest ex-husband of the year. I'm rooting for you, Ryan. It's about time people recognize how good you were in that role. Thanks, Casey, but I can handle him. Would you go check on Mom? Make sure she's okay? Fine. Even she's a step up from this bottom feeder. I heard about your showrunner. Hard to believe that kind of thing can really happen, isn't it? Not when you've seen the body firsthand. You must have been overwhelmed. Sorry I wasn't there to help. Thanks, but I don't need your help. I did just fine on my own. Really? That's not what I heard. Is it true the murderer died before the cops could get to him? Took a dive off the 10th floor? 2 dead in 1 day, and both times you were just a little too late. Gotta say, that doesn't sound just fine to me, but I guess you're still too proud to admit you need my help. I did the best I could, under the circumstances. I'm sure you did. Just something to think about, I guess. Anyway, I gotta go. Got some business to see to. Enjoy the ceremony. That was my ex-husband. He's an ass.
That is not the definition I have on file for ass. What time does the award show start? I can't wait to see what it is like.
I'm not sure. I think I've got the details here somewhere. Puzzle! Yeah! You go there. I can do things. Yeah, we did it. We have whatever flyer for the show. Solved it. What time does this shindig start? Will there be murder? Probably. That is the nature of murder mysteries.
Welcome to the 21st Annual Starshine Awards, hosted by Dick Stanford. I know that name. Your mother has mentioned him 43 times so far today.
Yeah, she's kind of obsessed. He used to host a late-night talk show, Back Talk.
It says here he is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award to be presented by his former co-host, Kathleen Cartwright.
And it's about time too. He's a legend. Mom, what are you doing? Did you find our table? Of course I did, but I'm not about to sit there alone with that Casey. I don't like the way that boy looks at me. No wonder he can't find a girlfriend. Pretty sure he's gay. Girl, let him do what he wants. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. I don't have time to go into that right now. Fair. I can't see Dick anywhere. You think he had to cancel? Jesus, Mom, give it a rest, will you? He's probably backstage. Oh, these people. Why don't they sit down so I can see? Hey, you at the serving tray, get out of the way! Becky, never thought I'd say this, but thank God you're here. Me? Miss the Starshine Awards? Never. I just had some stuff to deal with at home. But you understand, Honor. You're always talking about how crazy your mom is. She said, what? Becky, this is my mom. Oh, hi. I've heard so much about you. She's kidding, Mom. Hey, I think that was him. Mr. Stanford! Dick! Dick, over here! I want an autograph! She moves fast for an old lady. Honor, I swear to God, if your mom gets us kicked out of the Starshine Awards. I better go find her before she does anything crazy. Good luck with that. Backstage, yeah! Going backstage. All sneaky like. Definitely supposed to be here. Mom? Mom, are you back here? Can't believe I'm actually trying to find my mom.
Give me a moment to scan the area. I may be able to see where she went.
Alright, puzzles. Ladder, let's start with the ladder. Such cozy. Easy to forget a bit about Who wants to play picross when you can play Pocopia and build your perfect little Pokemon town? That sounds nice. We did it. We solved the puzzle. What did we find? looking for our mom. We found a bow tie. It's a clue. Or it's random stuff.
Interesting. There is a bow tie on the floor here.
Hate to interrupt, but Mom was not even wearing a bow tie.
Perhaps not, but my scans indicate this was moved very recently. In fact, based on the crumpled angle of the fabric, your mother could be... Coming this way! Someone is coming this way!
What? Who? Oh, we weren't supposed to be backstage. Right, we should hide. Ah, good. You'll hear about the flowers. Yeah, sure. I have strict care instructions. First, remember to water them 6 times a day, 7 on the weekend. What on earth are you babbling about, girl? Dick, glad you have finally caught up with you. I just wanted to say what a big fan I am, and sorry, I don't do autographs. Now about those flowers, I specifically asked for Asiatic lilies, but you gave me Alstremia. Alstremia. I don't know what kind of flowers these are or how to pronounce it. They're clearly not Asiatic lilies, though. Looking for now for realsies. That's fine. See you, Catnip. We're at story now, so you're welcome to chat whenever we hit more puzzles.
An easy mistake. The Alstremia is also...
Is this some new coffee machine? I'll take a triple grand non-fat latte with no foam. So, what do you have to say for yourself? Come on, I haven't got all day. What's that you've got in your hand? It's a bow tie, but... That thing again! I told you people before, Dick Stanford does not wear a clip-on. They're cheap and tacky. Damn things don't even get tight enough. I'll have to go on stage in my turtleneck. I'm gonna look like some kind of amateur. I don't work here, I just... No excuses! It was all in my contract. You'll be hearing from my lawyer about this. Wait, Dick! I wanted to... So that's Dick Stanford, huh? What a guy. He's obviously just stressed. When's this show supposed to be starting anyway? It's fine, we didn't get kicked out. Mom, are you okay? What? Of course I'm okay. Why wouldn't I be? I know you're a big fan of Diggs, but you've got to admit, he was pretty rude. It was just stress. I'm sure he's not normally like that. He loves his fans. I'm not surprised he's a little on edge after he was all but forced into retirement. Imagine if your show was taken away from you. Honor, you did tell your mom you were fired and your boss died, right? Right? Well, I wasn't sure how to tell you that if you ask me, Mr. Stanford has every reason to be upset. They made him retire just to replace him with that idiot Bobby Price. All because he isn't young or, what's that word? Rad? Back in my day, radical meant some kind of hippie. I'm surprised you wanted to come tonight. I thought you didn't even like award shows. I don't! Why would I want to see a bunch of overpaid nobodies getting awards just for standing around on camera? Thanks, Mom. Don't give me that look. You know how I feel about modern television. All style, no substance. What about Dick Stanford? He works in TV and you're his biggest fan. That's completely different. He got style, he got flair, he got a huge stick-up class. That's what sets Dick Stanford apart from the rest. Class. Yeah, that's how we finished that sentence. He's dying breed, Honor. When you said he was gonna be here, I knew I had to come and support him. Him? What about me? My show's up for an award too, you know. Why do you always have to make everything about you? Mom, if our mom hadn't started this case by giving us a heartfelt, sincere gift of a locket with our dad's photo inside, I would hate her so much right now. But you know, that was legitimately good of her. Did you know Ryan's here? He is the last person I want to talk to right now. You're bound to bump into him occasionally. He's got good connections. I always said he had a head for business. You don't find a man like him every day.
Thank God for that.
Just try and be civil. It's not his fault you decided to leave him.
Isn't it though? Isn't it though? Like we just randomly decided to be like, oh yes, this wonderful husband of mine, let's leave him for no reason whatsoever. No, that's not. What? Our mom is crazy. Let's leave. Let's just go back to the main hall.
Where have you been? They're about to start. Wouldn't want you to miss anything when I get called up to collect Best Actress.
When?
Did you even watch this season? I killed it. There's no way I'm not taking home that trophy. Will you keep quiet? Dick is about to come on.
This lady and her dick.
Yeah, Becky, keep... Shh!
Yes, ma'am! Welcome, everybody, to the 21st Annual Starshine Awards. I'm Dick Stanford.
And I'm Kathleen Cartwright.
Yay! Ooh, enthusiasm.
I've got to tell you, Dick, it's so good to be back on stage with you tonight.
Thank you, Kathleen. Well, isn't this a wonderful reunion? I always said we make a great team. Now, before we begin the awards, I want to say how grateful I am to all of you out there who have supported me since my retirement. My fans mean everything to me. I may not have my show anymore, but I have your support. Let me tell the world tonight, Dick Stanford is not dead yet. Oh, that sounds like some foreshadowing, buddy. You should be careful. Yay, not dead yet. Really emphasize the yet part of that. Thank you. Now on to the awards. And we begin with Best Actress. These lovely young ladies have graced our screens this year with their beauty and poise. And some of them managed to remember their lines, too. That's not funny, man.
Yes. The Starshine Committee has nominated some very talented actresses this year.
Very true. The competition was fierce, but there can only be one winner, and there was one name in particular we just couldn't ignore. Now my lovely assistant Kathleen here will do the honors and open up the golden envelope.
The winner is Sarah O'Hara from Oklahoma Dreaming.
Oh, Becky gonna be mad.
What? Big round of applause for Sarah, everyone! What a champ! I'm so happy for her! Well deserved. Really, she earned it. Becky, people are staring her. Let them stare! This is a travesty! What has gotten into you, girl? Keep your voice down. I am sick of keeping my voice down.
Oh, Becky. Becky, no. Oh, no!
These awards are a joke. I worked my ass off for 4 years, and what do I have to show for it? I thought this would finally be my year, but no! Sarah O'Freaking-Hara, are you kidding me?
These awards got more interesting.
Well, guess what? You're all dead to me.
I guess it's someone's time. Oh, Dick, that's not an appropriate joke at all. No, I'm not even gonna fake laugh to that, man. I feel so bad for your co-host. Bloody hell! Becky just made Sally Field look reserved. You hate me. You really hate me. Tough crowd. I better go after her. Give her an alibi for the inevitable murder. So, Mrs. Misery, you enjoying your evening so far?
It's no good. She locked herself in the bathroom.
I think she dropped something on her way out. Let me take a look.
Puzzles!
E-puzzles.
Here we go. What did she drop? A torn up... Oh, she had a speech written and everything. Oh, Becky, why? Why would you do that? I mean, I guess it's good to be prepared, but... Oh, dear.
Thank you, everyone. I can't tell you how good it feels to finally receive the award for Best Actress. Mom, Dad, if you are watching, I told you I could do it.
This must have been Becky's acceptance speech. But her parents didn't even turn up. She must be heartbroken. Don't make me feel bad for Becky. I don't like her. She's not nice. Crazy night, huh? I'm Bobby Price. Sounds familiar. Have we met? We were talking about him earlier. Not until now. Hey, aren't you that girl from the news? The one that solved a murder? And this must be your little robot dude. That is dope.
No, I am Scout.
Bobby Price? What are you doing here? Oh, that's how I know your name. You ought to be ashamed to be in the same building as Dick Stanford. You stole his show. What are you talking about? I didn't steal anything. Can't you people just leave me alone? You think you're so cool with your clothes and your hair? Dick's show went to hell when you took over. You threw out everything the fans loved. Only thing you idiots kept was the title. And if you ask me, you should change that too. Back talk more like crap talk. Mom! I should get out of here. I think the show's about to start again. But Honor, we should talk sometime. I'd love to have you on for an interview. Thanks. I'll think about it. You'll do no such thing. He only wants to boost his ratings before he gets canceled. Dick's got you all brainwashed. I swear, next time I see him... Yeah, skedaddle, man. See? What did I tell you? Network TV full of idiots. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to present this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. There aren't many as well loved in television as tonight's winner. And while he may have retired, I'm sure we'll be talking about him for years to come. I'm pleased to be able to give this award and these lovely flowers to my old co-star, Dick Stanford. Those are not Asiatic lilies. Ah, these flowers smell incredible. You know how much I love clematis. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Thank you, everyone. I've spent over 20 years on television, so I learned a little something about what makes a successful show, and Sorry, it's warm up here. I never thought my show would... Oh, he's gonna keel over and die on stage. Sorry about this, folks. Dick, are you okay? Have you been drinking? What? No, I don't... It's so hot in here. And all these people staring. They're waiting to hear from you, Dick. Why don't you tell them about our show? Our show? You mean my show? No, not mine anymore. It's his. What are you talking about? Perhaps you better go and lie down. Bobby Price! That sniveling little... They gave him my show! 20 years and I'm tossed out like... What? What are you all staring at? You all think I'm crazy, don't you? But let me tell you something. I don't feel so good. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry you all had to see that. I'm sure he'll be better once he's slept it off. Poor Dick. He looked terrible. Ooh. What do you think was wrong with him? You mean besides from being a terrible human being? Bull man's obviously having some kind of nervous breakdown. I mean, Becky just had one too. These awards, wow, dramatic. Talk about, there are gonna be so many people watching this. It'll be on all of the newsreels. I'm gonna go check on him if no one else will. Are you allowed to? Oh, no, Jared. I'm gonna go check on him if no one else will. She would. No, nothing's gonna stop that woman. You gotta admire her dedication. I don't get it. We met Dick backstage and he was a complete jackass. At least he was living up to his name. But Mom refuses to accept it. She's acting like nothing even happened. If you believe something for long enough, sometimes you don't want to see the truth. Especially if it hurts. We are so glad that Honor is no longer in her awful marriage. Maybe you're right. Looks like the show's finishing up. I guess we can forget about taking home any awards tonight. Why bother inviting all of us here if we weren't going to win anything? As if you had anything better to do on a Tuesday night. Touché. Although there's a drag bingo at a club not far from here. That sounds fun. We could go tonight. There's still time. With your mother? Oh, yeah. Good point. Let's just head home. That about wraps everything up on yet another wonderful evening. Many thanks to all our award winners. On behalf of the Starshine Committee, I'd like to thank everyone. Stop everything! Dick Stanford is dead! Oh no, who could have possibly foreseen this? Oh, hey, we got our title drop. Fallen Star. Drink some water real quick while it loads. That'd be smart. What? Dick's dead? Are you sure? Of course I'm sure. I know a dead body when I see one. I used to be married to a cop. I'll call the police. Mom? I went backstage. His door was open and he was... Sharon, did you see who it was? Where'd they go? Leave her alone, Ryan. She's in shock. What are you, a paramedic? I'm just trying to help. You want to help? Go get her a glass of water. Come on, Mom. You should sit down. He was just lying there, staring up at the ceiling. You don't want my help? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a tragedy here tonight. But we're lucky enough to have a famous detective in the house. Honor-Misery, everyone. Wow. Wow. Real mature, man. What the hell, Ryan? No need to be modest, Honor. We've all read about how you solved the murder of Blake Patterson. Oh no. What's he talking about? Oh, that's right, we haven't told our mom. Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. It seems we haven't all read about it. Also, yeah, it is kind of weird that her mom did not hear about it at all. Jeez. Didn't you know your daughter's a hotshot detective now, Mrs. Misery? Brian, stop. Please. It's not true, Mom. I'm sure Honor will only be too happy to kick off tonight's investigation. How about we give her a big hand, ladies and gentlemen? Why are you doing this? You better get to the crime scene, Honor. Don't want to be too late yet again. Screw you, man. I guess we're going to the crime scene. Sure, Detective Cross won't be mad at us at all. Yeah, there's a dead guy there. Yep. What else we got in here? We got some posters. Double Trouble. Back talk. Wig making. Wait, what's that about? Wig making? He's really... Yeah, he did. Don't you think you can just walk away from me, Honor-Misery? What is going on? Is it true what Ryan said? Someone died and you've been acting like some kind of detective? I'm still figuring things out. I don't know if... I don't want to hear it! What were you thinking? It was bad enough you gave up your degree to become some low-rent TV actress, but now this? If your father was here... Mom, Dick Stanford is dead. Are you going to help or not? Maybe I should go and put Dick's flowers in some water. They're starting to wilt already. Mom, wait, Kinda early to be collecting flowers for the funeral, isn't it? Don't you have someplace else to be? Hey, I'm just here to watch the great detective at work. I'm not a detective. I just... Stay out of my way, okay? Ugh, but he's in the room. Well, we can poke around first. We're gonna have to talk to him, but for now, we'll puzzles. Cool, puzzle. What'd we find? Something important? Liquor? Oh boy. Such professionalism. Such a professional guy. Drinking on the job. We got a new puzzle. Yay. A spill. That could suggest some kind of struggle, maybe. It smells like whiskey.
Whiskey? A fermented grain liquor. Pairs well with beef and wild mushrooms. Would you say this smells domestic or imported?
Since when do you know so much about whiskey?
I scanned a copy of Rise and Shine magazine in the lobby earlier. Philip Marlowe's fascination with alcohol is finally starting to make sense.
Seems like it was Dick Stanford's fascination, too. He must have been drinking it before he went up for his award. I can't believe we're really doing this.
You can't, but you know I'm good at finding things.
Not just that. Everything. We're doing detective work again. How did that happen? I thought we were done when we solved Blake's murder. That was just a one-off thing. Wasn't it?
We may not have been looking for a mystery to solve, but a mystery has found us. And besides, we still have the matter of my memory loss to solve. Unless you think we should stop.
Stop and miss all the fun. We might be able to crack this case before the cops even get here.
Do you really think so?
With you to help me, why not? Besides, it would really annoy Ryan if we did. That's motivation enough for me. So, I guess that means we're partners again.
Just like in the movies!
Here's looking at you, Scout. Let's keep nosing around. I will investigate everything before I bother to talk to Ryan. Screw that guy. Of course, there's something at the body. I should have started there, honestly. Yeah, handprint. Woo! Handprints. Are they covered in blood?
Honor, look at this. There are handprints on Dick's neck.
He was strangled.
Strangulation. Death by external obstruction of the windpipe, stopping the flow of air to the lungs. Air is important because it contains oxygen, which the brain requires to function. Perhaps it's analogous to my primary bus being obstructed? BUS bus? I don't know.
Maybe? I don't know how machines work.
That is everything for my quick scan. Should I make a more detailed sweep?
Not yet. I think we've got enough to suggest what happened here.
Ooh, you have a theory already. I can't wait to hear it.
I mean, Dick was obviously murdered. I think the strangulation might be, Dick was murdered. Someone must have been waiting for him backstage. The whiskey suggests he was drunk, so he couldn't have put up much of a fight. The killer only had to put his hands around his neck and...
Lights out for Dick Stanford.
Scout! Was that a quip?
It is a quote from one of your detective novels, but I am working on a routine to make my own.
I've got to admit, I'm impressed. Oh, I forgot you were in the room. No, Wow, really? Not bad for someone with no experience or training. Who knows? Maybe this time you can catch the killer before he jumps off a 10th floor balcony. Don't like that guy. Body's in here. I want... Honor! What are you doing here? We'll be straight with Cross. He's gonna be mad enough as it is. We've been trying to figure out what happened here. I thought I made it clear last time. You are not a detective.
But we...
And as far as this toaster of yours, it's got no feelings, no intuition, it undermines all the principles of good police work.
And this game was written before AI became such a hot topic. Oh, poor Scout.
Don't you at least want to hear what we found? Absolutely not. I've got a trained forensics team coming in. I can only hope you two idiots haven't contaminated all the evidence. Now get out of my crime scene!
Oh, thank God, we didn't have to talk to Ryan. Now I feel bad because we missed out on that dialogue.
He did not seem pleased to see us.
No, but that's not going to stop us now, right?
Right. Let us find some more evidence.
Oh, he's out here. Well, I guess we'll talk to him now. Real cops are finally here. Ready to let them take over now? Not just yet. Did you know Dick personally? I met him a couple of times. Can't say I liked him. Guy was always blowing his own horn. Gee, Really? I'm surprised you didn't get along. Sounds like you had a lot in common. Funny. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt him? Not offhand, but that's the thing with this town. You never really know anyone. Tell me about it. What do you think about Bobby Price? He looks nervous, doesn't he? Then again, I can't blame him. I hear his show is pretty close to getting canceled. What's your impression of Kathleen? I don't trust her. She's hiding something. You sure it's not just because she's smart and a woman? I've got no problem with smart women. As long as they're not smarter than you. Are we still talking about Kathleen? Alright, let's keep nosing around. What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, puzzle. Hip flask? Gosh, so much drinking going on backstage. This smells just like the whiskey we found in Dick's dressing room. Do you think this was his hip flask?
If it was, how did it get out here?
What else can we find? More puzzles! Finding us some puzzles! Ah, Dick is so good at catchy! Alright, puzzle, what did we find? Celeb Life? Ooh, that magazine or whatever? What's it say? What hot goss does it have? It's an old issue of Celeb Life, with a feature on Dick Stanford. This must have been written just after he retired. Looks like a typical puff piece, all about what a great guy he is. Here's something for your database, Scout. Gossip magazines, like Celeb Life, are total garbage for people that don't have lives themselves.
I have added this to my database. Thank you, Honor.
That's weird. The last page has been torn out. All that's left are the first two words. However, rumors...
I wonder what the rest of the article said.
It's probably garbage. Oh, do I have to keep talking to Ryan? I don't want to keep talking to Ryan. Do we even have anything to show him? Let's just see if we can go somewhere else. I don't want to talk to Ryan. He's lame. Where else can we go? Am I gonna get kicked out if I try to go back to the... Let's go to the main hall.
All the people are gone. What if the killer got away?
Not everyone. Bobby and Kathleen are over there. I guess the cops are focusing on anyone with a direct connection to Dick. I guess we should investigate first, because I have a feeling we have to question them. Hello? Is there stuff? Ooh. Is there beverage? Can't have beverage? That one? No. What do we find? Envelope? Ooh, oh no, it's a wallet. Well, I guess wallets are exciting too. Especially if there's money in it. It's the 90s in this setting, so there's probably cash. Someone must have dropped this without realizing it. It's nice. Real leather.
I wonder who it belongs to. We should try to return it.
There's no ID inside. Just small bills and a check stub for $50,000? It was paid today. But I can't see who it was paid to, just an account number.
Can I assume from your facial expression that $50,000 is a lot?
Yeah, even now it's still pretty good chunk of change. It is a hell of a lot. Maybe even enough to kill for. You know, I could be wrong, but I think Ryan used to have a wallet like this. Oh, well, that's the only clue to find, so let's start talking to these two. What's up, Bobby? What? Oh, it's you. Sorry, this whole thing with Dick has got me kind of bugged. Is it true what that guy said up on stage? You trying to find the killer? I'm trying to find out what happened to Dick. But like you did back at your TV studio. Damn! From playing a detective to being a real one. That is a wild career change. Kinda jealous. Not exactly a real detective. I'm just trying to help. Oh, for sure. That's cool. Wait, you don't think I did it, do you? I'm not like that. Why would I throw my whole career away just to murder some old guy? It's no secret that you and Dick didn't get along.
And when you left our table during the ceremony, you said you were going to give him a piece of your mind.
That was just talk. Why would I pick a fight with Dick Stanford? If anything, he hated me for taking over his show. Do you know if anyone else wanted to hurt him? Probably a long list. He acts nice in public, but in real life, he got a reputation. Have you talked to Kathleen? She put up with his grumpy butt for years. Or how about that chick who started screaming about how she should have won Best Actress? Becky? Much as I may dislike her, she's not a killer. You sure about that? She looked crazy enough to do anything. We're cute, though. Did Kathleen not get along with Dick? They seem kind of tense on stage. She had to work with Dick every day for almost 20 years. Forget tense, I'm surprised she's still sane. The girl who wanted to win Best Actress was Becky Call. She plays the lead in my show, Murder Miss Terry. I thought she looked familiar. She was pretty pissed about not getting that award. It was a big deal for her. I guess if anything could drive her to murder, then we'll do crazy things sometimes. Make mistakes in the heat of the moment. Doesn't make them a bad person. I don't know. Murder's kind of the top of the list of bad person vibes. Hey, you friends with her? I'd love to get her number. You know, I'd ship these two. I bet they'd be fun together. Becky could use some fun in her life. Actual fun, not her crazy stress about fame. To get her on Backtalk, I mean. I bet she'd be a great guest. Yeah, sure, Bobby. You took over Backtalk, right? Is that when your problems with Dick started? Yeah, that asshole knows how to hold a grudge. I hadn't been on the air 10 minutes and he was already talking shit about me to the press. He's too flashy. He ruined the show. Sure, we updated things a little, but come on, man. That set hasn't changed since 1979. Couldn't you just ignore him? Sure, but then the hate mail started coming in. He's got all these crazy fans. My ratings crashed. They're already talking about canceling the show.
So your TV career was threatened by Dick. Would you say that made you angry?
Well, yeah. But I wouldn't kill the guy over it. Fair. Now you're investigating what happened to Dick. I wish you the best of luck. I guess you've heard by now, Dick was strangled. Oh, God, please. Don't tell me anymore. I can hardly bear to think about it. How long did you and Dick work together on Backtalk? Oh, many years. I've heard people say it's hard to imagine there was a time before I was on the show. You weren't there from the start? I didn't join until the second season. They wanted someone who could attract more viewers. Ah, yeah, nothing to attract viewers like an attractive co-host. You should have seen the outfits they tried to squeeze me into. Hardly more than swimsuits some days. That's terrible. That's television. But I stood my ground. I like to think I made a difference. How was your relationship with Dick? Oh, we got on just fine. Really? When I met him, he was kind of an ass. This is Hollywood. Everyone has their problems. But I'm a professional. People who complain get a reputation. Yeah, that sucks, girl. Besides, no one wants to hear about backstage. Oh, people love to hear about backstage drama, just maybe not the producers. They'd rather just relax and enjoy the show. Although I don't think anyone was expecting the show they saw tonight. Oh, but boy, is it gonna make headlines. Do you happen to know Ryan Blackstock? He was on stage earlier. You mean tall, blonde, and handsome? I was wondering who that was. Funniest thing, I saw him with Dick earlier today. They were getting lunch at Dylan's on Fairfax. Lunch? Why would Ryan be getting lunch with Dick Stanford? Your guess is as good as mine. Whatever it wasn't going very well. Seemed like they were arguing. I wish I could tell you more, but I was in a cab at the time. I only caught a glimpse. You don't think it could be related to what happened to Dick, do you? What do you know about Bobby Price? He's talented, but he's got big shoes to fill if he wants to keep hosting Backtalk. He doesn't seem to be much of a fan of Dick. They never saw eye to eye. Dick hated having his show taken away from him, and Bobby hated working in Dick's shadow. Hated it enough to kill Dick? Bobby is young, ambitious, and impulsive. More than that, I can't say. Fair. What do we have so far? We've got handprints and alcohol. I guess we should confront Ryan about the... Yeah, let's go confront Ryan about the wallet. Oh, hey. We have the argument with Dick now, too. Kathleen said she saw you and Dick arguing over lunch earlier today. Care to explain? Oh, that was nothing. We were talking about some business. Things got a little out of hand. It happens. Explain in this case, except in this case, the other guy turned up dead a few hours later. What, you think I did it? What is it with you? You've always got to turn me into the bad guy.
We are just following up on the available evidence. It is nothing personal.
I think this scalp thing is a bad influence on you. I'm serious. I do my best to support you, but you don't make it easy. Hey, you found my wallet! Couldn't help noticing you wrote a big check today. You went through my stuff? You just can't help checking up on me, can you? Don't flatter yourself. I wanted to see whose wallet it was. So, what was the money for? Nothing. Just business. $50,000 of business? That's a lot of nothing. I don't have to explain myself to you. Right, where else can we go? Can we go backstage yet? No, wait, we are backstage. I meant the dressing room. Can we go back to the dressing room? Oh, he's in here. Why are you still in here? What? Ryan, why? You really have to stand there? Oh, now you want to talk to me. Oh, I guess we can still access this conversation. I can't believe you called me out on stage like that. You had no right. I hadn't even told Mom about what happened yet. Yeah, I got that impression. Real healthy relationship you got there. As if you're any kind of authority on what makes a healthy relationship. I'm just giving you a chance. A chance to do what? To screw up? Just do whatever you think is best. You're the detective, remember? Who knows? Maybe you'll get lucky again. And if not, there's no shame in admitting you need help. What do you think happened to Dick? He was out of his mind if that stage performance was anything to go by. Probably went nuts and killed himself. You really think he would do that? You're the detective. You tell me. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt Dick? No.
But you have connections to people in the TV business. You may have heard something.
Yeah, I know people, but I don't pay attention to industry drama. Do we want to present the handprint? I guess we could. Nope. Okay, so no reason to be here, but we did get that bit of dialogue. Nice to know we could still reach that. Do you have anything new with Bobby after talking? Oh, yep. I've heard Dick was arguing with Ryan Blackstock earlier today. Do you know him? Know anything about the argument? Ryan who? Sorry, I don't know the guy. Alright. Well, there's gotta be stuff we can present to these guys, so... I kinda wanna ask about the celeb life. Have you read the celeb life article about Dick? Nah, seeing his photo on the front cover was enough to put me off. It says there were some rumors going around about Dick. Figures. A lot of my crew worked on the old show with him. From what I hear, he wasn't exactly easy to work with. Anything bad enough that might have wanted to kill him? That someone might have wanted to kill him? Sorry, I don't remember. Alright. Such a wealth of info, Bobby. Thanks. Have you seen this article about Dick and celeb life? Of course. Dick was very proud of his front page billing. I'm guessing he was less happy when he saw how the article ended. Something about rumors? We're still missing parts of the article. Let me guess. The entire last page was torn out. Dick did that to every copy he could get his hands on. He never could take criticism very well. Personally, I think it's good that these magazines do a little digging occasionally. Call it investigative journalism if you'd like. So you think there's some truth to the rumors they printed? Can you tell us more about what they were? Ah, curse you, phone. Sorry, I'd love to talk, but I have to take this. A clip-on bow tie? Dick used to hate those things. Funny, isn't it? It can be so hard to remember these things while someone's alive, but after they're gone, even the smallest detail seems unforgettable. Does this belong to Dick? I don't think so. But you saw what he was like on stage tonight, drunk as a sailor.
Is there a chance the hip flask belongs to anyone else? We should investigate every possibility.
Well, it could be Bobby's. I heard he started drinking to cope with the stress. The production team aren't happy. Imagine going through all the trouble of rebooting a talk show just for the new host to get carted off to rehab. Alright, so... You mentioned Bobby Price has a drinking problem? He'll deny it, I'm sure. But I've heard plenty of stories. A way to calm his nerves, I suppose.
What do you think he is nervous about?
Oh, the usual. His performance, his ratings, Dick giving him a hard time. And now a murder, too. It's no wonder the poor kid has issues. Alright, time to ask Bobby about this alcohol stuff. Do you recognize this hip flask? Is it yours? Detectives always have them in, like, the movies and stuff. Never seen one in real life before. That's not what I've heard. Is it true that you drink when you're stressed? What? That's crazy! You don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I've seen Dick with a hip flask backstage. It's probably his. You saw how he acted on stage. I was a drunk and an ass. Someone spilled whiskey in Dick's dressing room. Do you know anything about that? Whiskey? It must have been his. Alright. There's gotta be other stuff to present. We found handprints around Dick's neck. Someone strangled him. Doesn't narrow it down much, does it? After all, everyone here has 2 hands. This is serious, Bobby. I know, I get nervous. Not because I'm guilty or anything, just the whole situation. You know, fair, man. I was so pleased when I found out they wanted me to give Dick his award. I'd been waiting for a moment like this for a long time. Now it's all over, and nothing will ever be the same again. Who else do we got? I guess there's still... Oh, Ryan, did we get attacked across again? You still here? What did forensics find? We're still waiting on blood tests, but in my professional opinion, Dick Stanford was strangled to death.
We knew that already.
Oh, well, we also found whiskey spilled on the floor. Telltale sign of a struggle. Yep, we knew that too. Jesus H. Christ! How about the door handle? I guess we missed that one. Aha! See? That's why you should leave this to the professionals. We know to check for prints. You found prints? That's great! It's just the victims, isn't it? Well, not exactly. The handle was wiped clean. Smells like the killer cleaned it with the whiskey. Gross.
The alcohol would have acted as a solvent. A very effective solution.
So let me get this straight. The only new thing you found is where some fingerprints used to be. Look, it's not about who found what. It's about coming to the right conclusions. And that takes experience, expertise, and intuition. You want conclusions? We've already got 2 suspects, Bobby Price and Ryan Blackstock. You're going to ignore Kathleen? Honor! Honor! Wow! Wow! Ignoring a perfectly good suspect? Tisk tisk. For shame, Honor. Is that so? What's your evidence against Bobby? I don't know which of these I'm supposed to pick. I mean, it could be the article, it could be the hip flask. I doubt the strangulation marks could have been any dude, honestly. So... The magazine article suggests someone wanted to expose Dick, but we're missing the rest of the article. And I'm missing how that's even relevant. Ah, shoot. It could be Bobby spreading those rumors. He has a long-standing grudge against Dick. Maybe, but that's just speculation. I need something with a concrete link to the crime scene. Oh, so the hip flask. We found a hip flask backstage. It contains the same whiskey as we found at the crime scene. And I've heard Bobby Price has a drinking problem. Interesting. It needs more evidence to back it up, but it's a good start. How about your other suspect? What's that Silver Spoon Blackstock kid got to do with this? Ryan Blackstock was seen arguing with Dick just this afternoon. Not much on its own, but he also signed a check today for $50,000. Bodies do have a nasty habit of showing up when there's that much money at stake. And Ryan isn't exactly trustworthy. I mean, Honor, I know you have a personal grudge against the guy, but... Oh, you know him? He's my ex-husband. He's manipulative and an ass! I'm gonna assume he picked that up from you. What can I say? He's a fast learner. Okay, I'll admit, you found a couple of good leads. I'll follow up with them just as soon as I finish my report. You? But we found those leads! And the LAPD thanks you for your help, Miss Misery. Now get out of here, will you? I can't afford any more liabilities. Captain's got me under a microscope on this one. We go in here again. Will you let us? I thought I told you to leave you alone. You know, you're starting to become predictable, detective. And you're starting to become a real pain in my ass. Do you want something, or are you just here to bug me?
Honor's mother dropped her bag in here earlier. We'd like to look for it.
Your mother, huh? Yes, her bag. That's why we're here. All right, but do it quietly. I got paperwork to finish. Good thinking, Scout. Since when do you know how to lie like that?
It was one of the many things I learned from those detective movies, along with the snappy one-liner subroutine I mentioned earlier.
You'll have to show me later. Right now, we'd better look for clues before Cross realizes what we're really doing in here. It's fine. Ooh, drama music. What we got? What we got? More puzzles, more clues to solve. You here. Cool. What do we find? Something important. A medallion. Ooh. I have a feeling we'll get about halfway through this case or so, maybe. Already almost 11. You're not even close to solving it.
It's some kind of coin, but I don't recognize the currency.
That's not a coin, it's a medallion. They give these to recovering alcoholics. And according to the engraving, Dick Stanford has been sober for 40 years.
If that is true, the spilled whiskey must belong to the killer.
Ooh. But more importantly, what was that whole incident on stage? Because that means he wasn't drinking, therefore, something else. Yeah, what do we find? What do we find? PDA. One of those personal data thingies. Cool. This must belong to Dick. Looks like it's password protected. Can you hack into it, Scout?
Sorry, Honor. This is a little embarrassing, but I don't have the right cable. I can only interface with devices bearing an RS-232 port. This device's interface is proprietary. I need some kind of adapter to connect to the PDA. I can't access the data without it.
Got it. Well, let me know if you see one around here. Later problem. I think we found everything we can in here. At least while Cross is watching.
A password-protected PDA and a medallion. Is that enough to crack the case?
I don't know about the PDA, but the medallion definitely raises some interesting questions. If Dick doesn't drink alcohol...
Then the whiskey and the hip flask it was spilled from is a direct link to the killer.
And I think we have a pretty good idea of who it belongs to. Honor, you are missing something very important, though. But we're gonna say Bobby Price, because that's what the game wants us to say. Bobby Price. Oh, no, that was Scout. Bobby Price. What are you two yammering about? I don't mind you looking for your mom's bag, but can't you do it quietly? We just found it, actually. Well, get out of your hair.
Enjoy your paperwork, Detective.
Cross, you should know better. It's incredible. She's so much like him. You look like you've lost something. Need any help? What? Oh, hi! Lost something? No, nothing.
Are you sure? I can find anything.
It's cool. I'm just, trying to find the men's room. I thought you said you weren't looking for anything. I guess I did. Anyway, I'll just be... Okay, bye. Well, that was weird. Hey, Bobby. You, I guess we gotta pester you with this thing? You told us that hip flask was Dick's, but he hasn't had a drink for over 40 years. What? Well, then it must belong to somebody else. What about that Ryan guy? You can't pin this on me. I didn't do anything. Uh-huh. You gotta mention the spill. Someone spilled whiskey in Dick's dressing room.
Do you know anything about that? Whiskey must have been his. Maybe, except Dick doesn't drink. I don't know, man. I don't have all the answers. You're the detectives around here. Do I ask in the main hall? What do you want from me, game? You know, I get the feeling Bobby really was looking for something. Gee, you think, Honor?
Do you think there is evidence hidden here?
Doesn't hurt to take a look around. Oh, it's under the table. Awesome. What did we find? What did we find under this here table? A handkerchief. Woohoo. A silk handkerchief? That's weird. And kind of gross.
Perhaps Bobby dropped it when he left.
Maybe. It doesn't strike me as the silk handkerchief type, though.
What do these embroidered letters indicate? Don't sneeze.
DS. Scout, this must belong to Dick Stanford.
But Dick died in his dressing room. What is his handkerchief doing here?
And why does it smell like whiskey? Oh boy. Such curious. Oh, because of wiping the fingerprints off on the... Yep. So I guess that's what we pester Bobby with. Let's go backstage again. Hey, Bobby, you know anything about this, buddy? Rub this in your face. Where'd you get that? We found it in the main hall. Right where you were standing earlier. It's not mine. Oh, I know. Because the monogram says it was Dick's. That's great! I mean, that's great detective work. The weird thing is, it smells of whiskey. Maybe he liked the smell? Scout, could you join me in the dressing room for a second?
Why, Honor? Yes, let's go!
Bye then? Yeah, I'd be confused too, man. Are you ever going to let me finish this dang report? You don't need to. We've got all the evidence you need, Honor. You are jumping the gun again. You've been investigating? You even realize how much danger you're putting yourself in? There's a strangler out there. I know, and we think it's Bobby Price. He wanted revenge on Dick for sabotaging his TV career. Dick hated him for taking over Backtalk. He used his influence to attack Bobby in the press. Bobby's ratings hit rock bottom. He's on the verge of cancellation. And tonight, Bobby had to sit and watch as the guy who was ruining his career got a Lifetime Achievement Award. That pushed him over the edge. He waited backstage for Dick to go back to his dressing room, and then he strangled him. It's a nice theory, but the only thing tying Bobby to the room is the hip flask, and he says it belongs to Dick. That's where our new evidence comes in. We found Dick's sobriety medallion. He's been sober for over 40 years, which congratulations on the guy. Shame that he died, though.
Which means Bobby was lying. The hip flask is his.
A sobriety medallion? Where in the hell did you find that?
In here, detective.
In here? You said you were looking for a handbag. Yes, Scout, we did say that.
It is not about who found what. It is about coming to the right conclusions.
What a load of crap! Where'd you learn that from? Amateur Detective Monthly? You literally said that, like, not that long ago, Cross.
You said it earlier this evening.
Well, you can't just... I can't believe I'm getting outsmarted by a toaster oven. Which brings me to the issue of Dick's handkerchief. When we found Bobby backstage, he was clearly looking for something. So we had a look in the main hall where Bobby had just been.
And we found a silk handkerchief that was not there earlier.
The thing stinks of booze. I think something happened to make Bobby nervous. Really nervous. So nervous, he needed a drink to calm his nerves. You think he killed Dick? He has the means, the motive, and the opportunity. but he wasn't prepared for how it would affect him. He was shaking so bad he dropped his hip flask.
And what about the handkerchief?
He just killed Dick and spilled his drink everywhere. He was desperate to clean up the evidence and get out before anyone found him.
So he grabbed the nearest piece of cloth and used it to mop up the spill.
And the fingerprints on the doorknob as he left.
I'll be damned, it all fits.
Not bad for an amateur, huh?
If it wasn't for this goddamn report, Ah, to hell with the paperwork. I think it's about time I had a chat with Bobby Price. But don't start congratulating yourself just yet, Misery. This isn't over. So that's the evidence against you. Anything to say for yourself?
I didn't mean to do it. I just wanted to talk to him. You call that talking? I'm guessing you didn't like his answer. I didn't get an answer. He came backstage with his award and completely ignored me. Walked straight past like I didn't even exist. I put up with a lot of his crap since I took over Backtalk, but that was too much. I busted down his door and... But I didn't want to kill the guy. I just got carried away. I swear, I barely touched him.
Not knowing your own strength is no defense against murder, Mr. Price. I'm taking you in. Don't go anywhere, Misery. We still need to talk about this detective hobby of yours.
I take back what I said about Bobby and Becky. If the guy's an alcoholic and prone to violent outbursts, no, screw that guy. Where were you? You missed the fireworks.
Is Detective Cross still here?
No, you just missed him. He left with Bobby. What's up?
An urgent package arrived for him. I told the police officer I would give it to Detective Cross personally.
Oh no, it's gonna be from forensics. And they just let you have it?
I told them I'm Detective Cross's new personal assistant. They seemed impressed.
I think I preferred you when you didn't know how to lie. What was the delivery?
I'm not sure, but it must be important.
Oh boy, shame we are too late to mention it to Cross. He gonna be mad. No, you go here. He gonna be so mad. And I honestly don't blame the guy. You have that. Awesome. What did we find? Blood test. Ooh. Did they just like hand us the blood? Why isn't it paperwork? This must be the forensic report Cross was waiting for. Oh my. If I'm reading this right, then these blood results mean...
But what does it mean?
I have to take this to Cross. It changes everything.
What changes everything? Tell us!
Detective Cross, where's Bobby?
Talking to his lawyer. Why?
Dick's blood test came back and... Well, see for yourself.
I don't believe it. This says... And that means... Ugh!
Bobby Price couldn't have killed Dick Stanford because he was already dead.
I don't understand. Bobby confessed.
Robot's got a point. There were strangulation marks on Dick's throat.
I never said Bobby was lying. He did strangle Dick, but that wasn't what killed him. According to this blood test, Dick was poisoned. He died before Bobby even laid a finger on him.
You're telling me Bobby Price strangled a corpse? I don't even know if that's illegal or not.
But that means whoever killed Dick is still loose.
Not for long. We've got the whole building in lockdown. Whoever it is, we've got them cornered.
That means there's still time. Let's go.
Wait a second. How did you get out of the building?
Oh yeah, that's not a very good lockdown, sir.
One of your officers thinks I am your personal assistant.
Gee, I don't know how they got that idea.
You know, you two make a great argument for my early retirement.
What happens to Bobby now?
He's out on bail. One of the benefits of being a TV star, I guess. Good lawyers.
So he's gone? What if we still need to question him about something?
He's not going anywhere. One of his conditions of his bail is that he cooperates with the investigation. Don't forget, I've done this 100 times. I know what I'm doing. Unlike you.
Detective, I saw you taking Bobby Price into custody. I always knew he was trouble.
In that case, I'm sorry to disappoint you. He's innocent.
Innocent? Are you sure?
Found the evidence myself, Mom.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong. Whoops. I found the evidence myself, Mom. Dick was poisoned.
But don't worry, we'll catch the real killer soon.
I've had just about enough of this. How many times do I have to tell you, you are not detectives? But I don't want to hear it. I'll let it slide when it was about your friend, but this, you are out of your depth, Misery. You really want to help? Here's a job for you. A hot pink 4x4 was double parked out front. It was getting towed as we arrived. Why don't you two use those detective skills of yours to find the owner? They need to collect it from the impound lot.
A new mystery to solve.
Forget about it, Scout. He's just trying to keep us out of his way.
Damn right I am!
You think this stupid car is more important than finding a murderer?
Absolutely not, but it's the only thing I'm going to let you investigate around here. Take it or leave it.
Perhaps we should just investigate the car, Honor.
Whose side are you on?
I've even got your first piece of evidence. We checked inside before it got towed and found something on the dash.
Let me take a look.
Oh, Scout, you're so sweet. Being like, oh yeah, sure, new case. I don't mind that. Here, oh, is it an envelope? Envelope? Hello, envelope. What secrets do you hold? Oh boy, we gotta rank up. What we find?
Aha! It seems to be a letter.
Great, a new lead in the most pointless errand ever.
If Detective Cross won't let us investigate the murder, we don't have to give up. We should focus on what we can do instead.
Aw, Scout, that's such good advice. He only gave us this dumb job because he wants to keep us out of his hair. How does that help?
That might be what he intended, but we can still use it to our advantage. He has given us a chance to show what we can do.
You're right, Scout. Up until now, he's always been there. But now we can prove that we can handle something without any help.
Right. We just have to find who this letter was sent to.
Nothing we can't handle. We are a team after all. So what does it say?
I can't make it to the awards tonight, sweetie. Your idiot father is remodeling the kitchen again. I hope this cute car makes up for it. Lots of love, Mom.
I've got a pretty good idea who this belongs to. They just gave her a car. Wow. Just 1 second, Honor Misery. You are not going anywhere until we talk about this detective nonsense you gotten yourself into. Sorry, Mom. You heard Detective Cross. You have to find out who owns that car. Oh, don't worry about him. He understands the situation perfectly well. Oh boy. What's Mom got? So, you're doing detective work now. About this whole detective thing, it's hard to explain. But why? Why do this? You had the job you wanted on that stupid TV program. I lost that job, Mom. Someone wanted me off the show so badly that Blake got killed over it. I can't go back. So find another show! There must be others! God knows there's enough crap on TV these days! You should be happy. You never wanted me to be an actress anyway. Happy? Happy that you're risking your neck chasing down murderers? I know you don't agree, but you're dang right I don't agree with it! Have you lost your mind? After everything that happened to your father? How can you even say that? Turns out Dick was poisoned somehow. We're still trying to figure out exactly what happened, but... Anna, stop! But you love Dick Stanford. Don't you want justice for him? Of course I do, but not from you. You heard Detective Cross. If you want to investigate something, you find out who owns that car, then go home. How can you say I've forgotten about what happened to Dad? He flew back that night. I quit college. And you know damn well I can't let you go down that road. He spent his whole life chasing criminals, and look where it got him. I think if he was here, he'd want me... Don't you dare try to tell me what he would have wanted. I knew him a lot longer than you did. You know what? Right. I didn't know Dad very well. He never talked to me. Don't be ridiculous. He talked to you. You did lots of things together. He read to you every night. I know. Philip Marlowe, Sherlock Holmes, Poirot. He introduced me to all the great detectives, but never himself. That's not his fault. It was hard enough for him to talk to me about his work. You were just a kid. He was my dad. Didn't I deserve a chance to know him? All I have left is the fiction. It's not the same. You can't put yourself in danger just to feel closer to your father. Focus on the memories he left you, the photographs. That's why you gave me the locket? I would have given it to you sooner if I'd known what you were doing. It was good to see Dad at the Brown Derby again. Did you take that photo? Me? I never went to the Brown Derby. A restaurant that looks like a hat damn full idea if you ask me. He always went there with his work friends. His captain, his partner. Wait, Dad had a partner? Of course he had a partner, Honor. Haven't you seen any detective show ever? You clearly have seen any detective show. You were on a Forget about it. That's not important. You said Dad went to the Brown Derby with his partner? I don't remember Dad having a partner. Of course he had a partner. He was in the police force. That's like normal procedure. Are you still in contact with them? If anyone could understand what I'm doing, it would be Dad's old partner. I think they tell you to listen to me and keep yourself safe. That's what your father would have wanted. Gee, I wonder who his partner could be. Drink some water real quick before we talk to Cross. Who's real cross with us. Find the owner of that car yet? My mom won't let me go, which is not a sentence I thought I'd have to say at 29 years old. You should listen to her. She's only got safety on your mind. She's only got your safety in mind. You're always talking about keeping me safe. What does that even mean? When have I ever been hurt? You've been lucky, but you're dealing with killers. That luck's going to run out sooner or later. Why do you care so damn much? What are you so scared of? Oh, I get it. Trust me, you don't. No, I get it now. You're old. You said yourself they want to put you behind a desk, but you wouldn't listen. Then me and Scout come along. We solve Blake's murder. We find the evidence. We crack the case. That's got nothing to do with it. You don't care about me. You never have. You're just scared. You're scared that I'm better than you. I swore an oath. To protect and serve, you're only trying to protect yourself. That's not true. Then what are you so scared of, detective? I'm scared you're going to make a mistake and you're going to get yourself killed. Stop and think for 1 second, just for 1 second, what that would mean for the people who care about you. For once in your life, listen to what your mom is telling you. Walk away. This car assignment you gave me, it's a joke, right? I don't make jokes. Do you at least have any leads besides that letter? Now you need my help? You'd think finding the owner of a bright pink car wouldn't be too difficult. You keep talking about what my mom wants. What about what I want? I'm an adult. I swear, it's like you two are ganging up on me. She's just talking a lot of sense right now. I just found out my dad had a partner in the LAPD. Do you think you can help me find them? Sorry. I'm homicide, not missing persons. I know, if I could find them, they might be able to tell me more about my dad.
I make a point of not knowing people these days. It's the job easier.
I've got a photo of Dad outside his favorite restaurant. Can't you at least show it around at the station?
Look, there were a lot of cops on the force, and the Brown Derby was a popular place. I can't help you there.
I didn't mention the Brown Derby.
What?
How did you know it was my dad's favorite restaurant?
Like I said, it was a popular place. Just a lucky guess. I don't know, it's a small world.
Wait a second. I never noticed before, but the photo in this locket is folded in half. Scout, take a look at this. Oh boy, we need Scout to unfold a thing for us. Thanks, Scout. Always there to help us unfold stuff. What did we find? Oh, the photograph. That's right. We were looking at the folded up photograph. I forgot what we were doing because I was having fun solving the... It's fine. He's fine. I don't believe it. You're in this photo, right next to my dad.
Fine. Yes, I worked with your father for 10 years. We were partners.
You knew. All this time, you knew who I was.
Not at first. I hadn't seen you since you were a baby. Joshua always tried to keep work and family separate. When I saw you working to solve a case, it all clicked. It's like seeing him alive again after all these years.
Why didn't you say something?
Like what? Oh, hey, you know who you remind me of? My dead partner! Besides, it was never the right time. I needed you to respect me as an officer of the law, not one of your dad's old friends.
I thought you hated me.
I was just trying to keep you out of trouble. Joshua saved my ass so many times out on patrol. The least I can do is return the favor for his daughter.
Were you there when he...
I don't want to talk about that right now. Look, maybe I can't stop you from trying to be a detective. God knows nothing could stop Joshua once he had a lead. So go right ahead. Look for evidence. Question people. I won't stop you, but I am watching you like a hawk. As soon as I think you are going too far, as soon as I think you are in real danger, it ends. Do you understand me?
I just think
I didn't ask what you think. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. I don't hate you, Honor. I get what you're trying to do. I have to make sure you don't get yourself in above your head. I owe him that much.
Are you okay? Yeah. It was just a lot of information. What happened to your father? Mom never told me the details. He just went out to work one day and didn't come home again. And you were left with a blank space in your past. I understand. But Detective Cross may be able to give you some answers. Didn't you hear what he said? He doesn't want to talk about it. Not yet, but he gave us permission to keep investigating. He may be coming around. I don't know, he wasn't exactly enthusiastic. Seems like everyone's telling me to give up. Just because everyone is against you does not mean they are right. I guess we'll have to find out. Let's get out of here. We've still got to talk to whoever owns that car. Oh, cool. We can go backstage again. Do we have anything else to say to Mom? I found out about Detective Cross. You knew who he was this whole time. I mean, you didn't tell your mom you were fired, so... No point in trying to hide it anymore. Yes, I've known Jerry for years. And you were working together trying to stop me from investigating? I can't believe this. My own mother. Actually, forget that. I can believe it. You didn't want me to be an actress. You don't want me to be a detective. What do you want, Mom? I want you to be safe. Whenever I try, you always have to do the opposite. We paid for your college tuition. You dropped out and started acting. I set you up with Ryan, a successful businessman. You get a divorce. Doesn't all that tell you something? It tells me you still got a lot to learn. I'm getting sick of having to watch over you all the time. Then don't. I'm almost 30. I can make my own goddamn decisions. And look where that's gotten you. Yeesh. Yeesh. You know what? Let's not talk to Mom anymore. Let's go anywhere else but here. Hey, Beck. Oh.
What's that, Becky? She's been in the bathroom since she left the ceremony. Do you think she knows that Dick has been murdered?
Knowing Becky, she'll probably think he deserved it for not giving her that award. Hey, Becky, your car's about to be towed. Actually, no, I think it got towed. Welcome back. I was worried you were going to stay in the restroom all night. But don't be stupid, Honor. I just had to fix my makeup, that's all. Did you hear what happened? Of course I did. The cops even made me give a statement. Like, what's the point? I didn't see anything. And if that wasn't bad enough, Bobby Price just tried to make a pass at me. It's hard work being the center of attention. Sorry you didn't get Best Actress. If it's any consolation, we all thought you deserved it. Everyone knows I deserve it. Well, everyone except those brainless nobodies in the Starshine Committee, apparently. You're a great actress, Becky. You don't need to win an award for people to take you seriously. What would you know? You've never even been shortlisted. Pretty crazy what happened to Dick Stanford, huh? Let's be honest, he was ancient, his career was over, it was gonna happen soon enough anyway. Ouch, Becky. Becky! He was murdered! Have you seen inside a retirement home? If I ever get that old and irrelevant, I hope someone does the same to me. Ouch, Becky. Bobby Price made a pass at you? Can you blame him? I didn't even know he was back yet. Wasn't that long ago he was in a cell. Another innocent person put away by Honor, Misery, and Scout. What a fearsome duo. Anyway, enough about us. Let's get back to you. My favorite subject! Bobby started telling me all about his TV show, as if that's supposed to impress me. Like, we all have TV shows. This is Hollywood. Still, he is kind of cute. And a spot on a talk show could be good for publicity. Just be careful. The case isn't over yet. He could still turn out to be the murderer. I'm thinking about going on his show, Honor, not marrying him. I'm not stupid enough to make that mistake. Yeah, so, I guess we should show her that letter. I'm not gonna mess with the ripped up... I could mess with it, but I think she's gonna be pissed. Let's start with the letter. Where did you get that? The cops found it on the dash of a pink 4x4 outside. Was that your car? Because it's been towed. Good. All I wanted was for my parents to see me win a Starshine Award, and they couldn't even do that. Mom thinks she can buy my forgiveness with some hideous hot pink monstrosity. I'm glad it got towed. They can crush the damn thing for all I care. By the way, I'm gonna need a ride home tonight. Sorry, Becky. I know what it's like to not have your parents' support. It sucks. Why couldn't they just be here? You don't need them. You've got us. Forget it. I didn't even win anyway.
We've solved the mystery of the pink car. Now Detective Cross will finally trust us.
I wouldn't get your hopes up. He only gave us that case to keep us busy.
But I bet he did not count on us solving it this fast. We are a great team, like Holmes and Watson, Cagney and Lacey, Shaggy and Scooby.
We really need to talk about how much TV you're watching.
No mystery will go unsolved. No stone left unpunished. No criminal left unturned.
That is not how those... I like the enthusiasm, but I don't...
Come on, partner. There is a murder to solve.
Hey, wait up! Anything else with Becky? Nope. Do we want to risk mentioning the torn up speech? No. Yeah, let's at least see what it gets us. We found this torn up sheet of paper. Was it supposed to be your acceptance speech?
Oh, don't be silly. It was just something I was writing for the show, like a script or whatever.
You were writing an award acceptance speech or a script.
I have more talents than just acting, Honor. I was going to take it to the writer's room, because that's where the writers are. But now it's all torn up, so I guess I can't. Oh well.
Good on you, Becky. Deflecting. True pro. Very healthy, I'm sure. Alright, so are you going to pester... Let's go to the dressing room, I guess.
Back to the crime scene at last.
It'll be easier to search the place now that Cross isn't breathing down our necks.
Understood. Setting scan mode to high resolution.
Alright, more puzzles! Puzzle. Awesome. What did we find? The PDA dot. Oh, hey, cool! Maybe we can hack into that thing now. Can we hack into that thing? Wow, it's a... What is it?
It is a dock for the PDA we found earlier. Good news, it provides a serial interface, which means I can use this to access the PDA. I just need a moment to break the password protection.
Puzzle time! Puzzles! We got some time puzzles! 3. Cool. Oh, we got one more here. Hacking complete!
I am in. I have full access to Dick's files.
Great. Was he working on anything recently?
There is a spreadsheet file listed last edited earlier today. Best New Comedy, $26,500 off the grid, paid. Best Actor, $33,750. Graham Nona, paid. Best Actress, $30,760. Sarah O'Hara, paid.
They're all Starshine Award winners. Dick must have been taking bribes for the awards committee.
Honor, there is one more. Murder Miss Terry, disqualification, $50,000. Paid.
Gee, that's a familiar amount. Someone paid $50,000 to disqualify us? Who?
There is no name here, but didn't Ryan pay that exact amount to an anonymous bank account?
I think it's time we had a talk with my ex-husband. But we weren't done snooping. We got more snooping. I didn't mean to snoop on the most important thing right off the bat. You gotta have more stuff, or they wouldn't let us find it. Gots to snoop more. All the snoop time. Yay. Alright, what did we find? A briefcase. Ooh.
Yeah, ranking up.
Oh, maybe we can finish the case today, but it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to go over time. By a significant amount. There's a bunch of letters here from Dick's lawyers. Says and Sist LLP? I wonder if Saz and Day? I don't know. Weird LLP name. I wonder if Dick was trying to stop someone from going to the press about him. It's right here in these letters.
Do you think this is related to the rumors in Celeb Life magazine?
It must be. It says the guy's name was Alex Costa. He accused Dick of being abusive and intimidating.
Based on our interaction with him, that sounds accurate.
Sustained verbal abuse over a period of many years, volatile, ill-tempered, created a hostile work environment. No wonder he wanted to go to the press. If this is true, Dick would have made Becky seem like an angel.
Everyone who worked with him must have known about this. Why was he allowed to keep his job?
That's easy. Money. No TV network wants to fire their biggest star. It's easier to just make sure nothing ever goes public. Well, that and he's a powerful man in a city run by powerful men. You can be sure Kathleen wouldn't have gotten away with being so difficult.
But those files say someone was trying to tell the truth. That would make it hard to ensure it never went public.
Yep. And Dick called in his lawyers to shut them down.
Do you think that could drive someone to murder?
Sounds like a possible motive to me. We should see if anyone knows this Alex Costa guy. Oh boy! That sounds important. I guess we're done here, though. What were we doing? We have the PDA stuff. We have... Oh yeah, we wanted to pester Ryan about that bribe. That was probably him. That's what we wanted to do. Well, I still think Bobby did it. He's got the motive and the opportunity. Is poison his style? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy to think that far ahead. You don't know Bobby like I do. Excuse me, that's my agent calling. Oh, how convenient, Kathleen! Oh, well, you can still talk to her, though. Okay, we'll start with her. How's the investigation going? Is it true Bobby got released already? It's true. Bobby didn't kill Dick. He just thought he did. I have to say, I'm impressed. It sounded like you had the case all wrapped up. We thought so too until we found out Dick was poisoned. Now we're back to square one. Poisoned? But... It's not really my place to say, but just because Bobby admitted to strangling Dick doesn't mean he didn't poison him too. Can you think of any way Dick might have been poisoned before he got on stage for his award? I'm sorry, I don't know where he was before the presentation. Have you checked his dressing room? Doesn't matter, we gotta pester Ryan. I hear your suspect was released without charge. You seem to be making a habit of this, Honor. I was wrong about Bobby. I admit that, but I'm not giving up. Good for you. I hear the detective even gave you a special assignment.
We already solved it. Now we are looking for the murderer again.
Is that so? Well, I'm sure you'll do your best. I heard you talking to Kathleen about the poisoning. What do you make of it? I don't think Bobby did it, if that's what you're asking.
That does not leave many suspects. Kathleen, Becky, you.
Watch it, Brady. Watch it, binary boy. You've got nothing on me, and you know it. Besides, if I'd killed Dick, do you really think I'd be stupid enough to hang around afterwards? The killer's probably long gone by now. I'm not so sure. Something tells me this thing with Dick was personal. They might be sticking around to see how things play out. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you're a psychologist now, as well as a detective. Alright, let's rub some stuff in his face. What do you mean, the PDA? Isn't that Dick's PDA? That $50,000 business arrangement of yours? That was for Dick, wasn't it? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't lie to me, Ryan. I've got the data right here. That's why you met up with him earlier, isn't it? You paid him off. You had Murder Miss Terry disqualified from the disqualified from the... Blah. You paid him off. You had Murder Miss Terry disqualified from the Starshine Awards. Whatever. We get it. Drama. Dun dun dun. Get ready, Scout. Honor's got another one of her wild theories. You've got no evidence. Is my name anywhere on that spreadsheet? I don't think so. Maybe not, but it's pretty convenient that Dick was murdered before any of this went public, isn't it? Are you actually suggesting I murdered him? Do you realize how crazy that sounds?
You know, you're never going to be happy if you can't learn to trust people. How about you leave the investigating to the cops and let me take you home? You're tired. No. I know what I'm doing, Ryan. I've got the evidence right here on this PDA. I told you that. You paid $50,000 to an anonymous account. You were seen arguing with Dick. Maybe your name isn't written down, but I know you, Ryan. This has your fingerprints all over it. You're inventing connections that aren't even there. How am I supposed to talk to you when you're acting like this? I knew there was a reason he was here tonight.
Is he always like this?
Pretty much. Whenever things start looking good for me, he finds some way to tear it down.
Why did you marry him?
It was different. He was different. At the start, he was so kind, so attentive. He made me feel like I was the most important thing in the world. Then we got married, and suddenly he changed. He was more critical, more volatile. I was always walking on eggshells around him. If he was happy, it was because I'd done something right. And if he was bad, well, that was my fault too. I was the center of his universe, but my universe was shrinking by the day. I stopped seeing friends, family. He even wanted me to quit the show. And if I ever tried to bring it up with him, he'd say I was imagining it. Yeah, that sounds like gaslighting and narcissism. Luckily, Casey worked out what was going on and made me snap out of it. It took a long time, but I got away eventually.
I'm glad you distanced yourself from him.
Apparently, it wasn't far enough. You got anything else with Ryan? Go do some detecting, Honor. I'm not talking to you until you quit acting like a child. Rude. Okay, I guess we're done talking to him then. What do we have to show to Kathleen, though? I can ask about the sobriety thing, maybe. Is this yours? 40 years without a drink? You should be very proud. I have not even been alive that long. Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. You don't look a day over 35. I'm 29. This medallion actually belonged to Dick. Really? He never mentioned it. For a man of his age and temperament, I always assumed... Well, it doesn't matter now. I wonder if she knows anything about all this. Did you know Dick was taking bribes to rig the Starshine Awards? What? That's terrible! I had no idea. Do you think that's why he was killed? Oh yeah, that thing. Dick was trying to block a guy called Alex Costa from talking to the press. Apparently, Dick was a real piece of work off camera. That doesn't surprise me. And it answers the question of who leaked those rumors to celeb life. So it's true? I suppose there's no sense in trying to hide it anymore. He's dead now anyway. The truth is, Dick was always difficult to work with. He hated the idea of a woman coming onto his show at all, but the network insisted. I put up with a lot for the sake of my career. Did you know Alex Costa? We'd like to speak to him. Sorry, I haven't kept in contact with anyone from the show. It's a time I'd rather forget about. You might have better luck asking Bobby. A lot of the old crew stayed on when he took over. Wait a second, that reminds me. I mean, I could be wrong, but...
Any information you have could be useful, Miss Cartwright.
Well, I think Bobby's mother was called Alexandra. Are you sure? Yes. I remember now. He introduced me to her at an event and... Sorry, it's my agent. You know how it is. Will you excuse me? I think it's time we reviewed the new evidence.
Agreed. Ryan is now quite a convincing suspect.
That spreadsheet suggests he paid Dick to rig the Starshine Awards.
Kathleen saw them arguing earlier, so maybe the deal didn't go smoothly. Maybe Dick tried to increase the price or threatened to go public, and Ryan killed him to protect himself?
But he is not the only suspect. There is also the matter of Alex Costa.
Right. Dick was trying to keep Alex from going to the press about him.
He almost succeeded, but Celeb Life still printed the accusations as rumors.
That could have been enough to stoke a fire between those two. Maybe Alex poisoned Dick to get revenge.
The only problem with that angle is that we don't know where Alex is.
Right now the question isn't where, but who. No one seems to have heard of Alex Costa. What if he's not even a real person?
First, it's people saying things they don't mean. Now it is people who aren't actually real? Humans are so confusing.
No, there's a real person behind it. I think Alex Costa is a fake name. Whoever it is didn't want to risk being found out, and they've been right here the whole time. Ooh. Do we want to accuse Bobby or Ryan? It's obviously not Becky. Who would be... I kind of doubt it's Ryan either. Let's say Bobby. Bobby is Alex Costa. Dick was sabotaging Bobby's TV show. This was his way of getting revenge.
A solid motive. But can you be sure? We've already had Bobby arrested once, and we were wrong.
Maybe we weren't. Maybe he knew Dick was poisoned and strangled him to finish the job. Not to mention, Kathleen said she thinks Bobby's mother is called Alexandra. Alexandra Price, Alex Costa. Of course, price, cost, it all fits. This is... Honor... That is conjecture at best. Any lawyer worth anything could get that thrown out of court so fast.
In that case, the only remaining uncertainty is how he poisoned Dick. I suggest we try and find Bobby. He may reveal more under the pressure of this new evidence.
Becky said he spoke to her after he was released. We should see if she knows where he is. Oh. Hi. Can I help you? Bye. That was weird.
Honor,
What? Is something wrong?
No. It's nothing. Just a sensor glitch. We should look for Becky.
Becky, are you here? Damn it, she was here just a minute ago. You've been around looking for Becky. There we go. Gotta be something. Nope, wrong way. There we go. What's here? What do we got? There we go. We figured it out. What do we got? Makeup. Ooh. Becky's, did you go this way?
How strange. It is a mirror, mounted in a small plastic case with a disc of compressed powder.
It's called blush. You put it on your face.
Is it some kind of disguise?
No, it's just makeup.
Oh, I was hoping we might have to disguise ourselves, like in the movies.
I could put on some of this blush to show you if you want, although it looks pretty expensive.
Honor, wait!
What's the problem?
My sensors are reporting a critical warning, which means that there is a high risk of mortality.
Huh? Where?
From that object, the makeup. It is extremely dangerous.
It doesn't look dangerous. Are you sure?
Yes, although I am unsure as to the specific reason. The warning was invoked from a previously inaccessible area of my memory. Is this the intuition Detective Cross talks about? Am I having a hunch? One moment, I'll try to run a backtrace and identify it. Processing. Recovering data. A stack backtrace suggests the warning handler was invoked by a routine called Identify Toxin. Honor, please use extreme caution. That blush contains a powerful neurotoxin.
What?
It seems this routine was somehow invoked automatically by my sensor array. The contents of the routine are obscured to me, but it references a database. which seems to contain a list of toxins. In other words, I think we just found the poison that killed Dick Stanford.
So glad we didn't put that on. Do you really think this makeup is what killed Dick?
My toxin detection routine reports the probability at around 99.89%.
There seems to be quite a few things you don't know you can do, Scout. The hacking, and now an encyclopedic knowledge of poisons?
Yes, I think it must be a side effect of my memory corruption. Who do you think this makeup could belong to?
Well, Becky was the last person we saw back here.
In which case, either she is working with Bobby, or she accidentally came into contact with the neurotoxin.
Oh, we should check on her. Either way, we better find her fast.
But she does not seem to be in the building. We have checked every room.
Not every room. We haven't checked the women's restroom. What are you waiting for?
People frequently refer to me as a guy. Would that not suggest I am not allowed in the women's restroom?
You're fine, Scout. You're a robot. I don't think you have a gender. You can identify however you wish. And also there's, like, a case going on. Nobody really cares that much. It's fine. I give you permission. Yay! Let's go to the bathroom! This has got to be the most expensive-looking restroom I have ever seen. Even the toilets are gold-plated. Yeah, and they're freaking cold. I'd like to get my hands on whoever came up with that idea. Hey, Becky. Nice to see you're alive. I thought you were done hiding in here. Are you okay? No! Of course I'm not okay! What, are you blind? Is this still about the award? No! I mean, yes, but... Ugh! It's everything! The award, my parents... Maybe I should just lock myself in here for the rest of my life. Is winning a Starshine Award really that big of a deal? They obviously don't appreciate talent, so just forget about it. Oh, I should just forget about it? Of course! Why didn't I think of that? It's only been my dream since I was 11. It's just, what if tonight was my last chance? I tried so hard this year. This was how I was supposed to prove that I made it. You don't get a Starshine unless you are top of your game.
That is not strictly true.
What's that supposed to mean? Dick had some files on his PDA you might want to take a look at. We'll get to it. If there's one thing I understand, it's parent problems. At least your mom is here. Mine's too busy fighting with dad at home. You know, I don't think they ever loved each other. Hell, I'm not even sure they like each other. Why are they still together? Neither one of them wants to be the first to talk about separating. Apparently, giving up isn't how we do things. I thought maybe, if I won, they might focus on me, instead of fighting over who gets to renovate the dining room this month. That plan obviously worked out great. What's the problem with Bobby?
Except for the fact that he is a suspect in a murder case.
Scout, we're trying to be supportive. The flying junk pile has a point. I know Bobby's not exactly a catch, but I can't stop thinking about him. Might be a murderer is pretty high up on the list of dating red flags, though. I know! I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna do anything unless I know he's really innocent. But what if he's not interested in me? I can't even win a stupid Starshine Award. Okay, we got something to make Becky feel better, and that's all this bribe stuff. Take a look at this spreadsheet. Honor, I'm an actress, not an accountant. I don't do numbers. This is important. Dick was taking bribes. He rigged the Starshine Awards. He did what? Let me see that. This is unbelievable. I know. Can you believe someone paid to have our show disqualified from every category? Forget about that. Sarah O'Hara paid $30,000 for Best Actress? I knew she must have cheated. She can't even cry on cue. Okay, having our entire show disqualified was also bad, but you can't blame me for having priorities, okay? But don't you see? You didn't miss out on an award because you aren't good enough. You missed out because everyone else was cheating. I spent my whole career chasing a Starshine award, and they're worthless? I mean, obviously not worthless. People paid good money for them, but yeah. What a ripoff! Once this gets out, the entire Starshine committee will probably be fired.
If a system is corrupt, sometimes the only solution is to start from scratch.
You're right. They'll need to elect a whole new committee. I've got to start planning my campaign. Vote for Becky! Honest, integrity, star, quality. Well, no one could say you aren't honest, that's for sure. Yep, nope, don't care. Oh, the blush. We also found this backstage. Is it yours? Ugh, I thought I'd gotten rid of that. So you admit to trying to dispose of a deadly weapon? What are you babbling about? This makeup is poisoned. What? Bobby gave that to me! Oh my god, is he trying to kill me? Oh, this just got interesting. Did you say Bobby gave you this blush? We think this is what killed Dick Stanford. I said I'd think about going on his TV show, and he came back with this. Said it was a gift. So why did you leave it backstage? After that crap with my mom and the car, I am so done with people thinking they can just buy me off like that. I guess it's a good thing I didn't try and use it. Do you think he was trying to get rid of the evidence? How about we get out of here? It sounds like you've got a lot to do, and we have to tell Detective Cross about this poisoned makeup. Sounds good to me. It's getting kind of warm in here anyway. Ouch! The door handle's burning hot.
I'm detecting temperatures outside of nearly 1,000 degrees. Either my sensors are malfunctioning or the building is on fire.
What? No way! I am not gonna die in a bathroom! Can you imagine the obituary? Hey! Can anyone hear me? Get us out of here! How do I keep getting stuck in rooms with you?
The heat of the fire must have jammed the door mechanism.
We have to find a way to open it. Sorry, Becky, we'd talk more, but this is kind of an emergency. What do we find? What do we got? A crowbar? That's just in the bathroom? Who left a crowbar in the bathroom? Whatever, it'll break the door open. Perfect. This should help us get the door open.
Hunter, why is there a crowbar in the bathroom?
Scout asking the real question here. I guess sometimes a plunger just isn't enough. Let's just get out of here.
We still need some way of getting past the fire outside.
Oh yeah, that is kind of important. What else we got? What else we got in the bathroom? There? Alright, what did we find? A fire extinguisher. Rats were dead. Oh boy, I hope the fire outside is not that bad. Not exactly something to clear a path, it's something that extinguishes something about the size of a small trash can. Not a blazing inferno.
A pressurized fire suppression system. This will allow us to clear a path to safety.
I think we can get out of here, but it isn't going to be easy. Are you ready? I was ready 5 minutes ago! Give me that fire extinguisher and open the damn door! Here goes. Oh my god! It's an inferno out there! That's not good. Stand back! I am getting us out of here! Dang, Becky. He's like, nah, I got this. Give me that fire extinguisher. Girl! Come on, you idiots! Move it or lose it! This thing does not have much in it!
I don't know if I should be more scared of her or the fire.
The fire. You've got 3 seconds, or I am leaving you here to get cremated! Yeah, no, seriously, we'd be dead. Come
on. We are getting out of here one way or another. It's so hot.
Honor, wait! That noise!
It's the fire alarm, Scout. Come on, we've got to keep moving.
I can't! It's...
Scout! Clear the area. Repeat. Non-essential personnel, please clear the area. All this just a test one modification? I don't even recognize half this equipment. I'm sure they know what they're doing, and I'll be keeping an eye on Scout. Don't worry about it.
What am I being tested on? Image recognition? Computer interfacing?
We don't know exactly. Something new. We just hope. Primary systems online. Magnetizing coils. Power usage at 500 watts and rising.
I feel strange.
Seeing internal power fluctuations. I think we should back off a little and... Negative. We are well under the hardware failure thresholds, increasing to 1.3 kilowatts. Cascading system failures! We have to stop! You're gonna fry something! Do not interfere with the test!
Help me!
Aw, poor Scout. Well, this is in the past, so we know he made it out okay. There's that. Oh yeah, there's a fire. Scout, wake up!
I remembered something.
You'll have to tell me later. If we do not get out of here soon, we are toast! What the hell are you two doing back there? We're coming! Come on, Scout, let's go! Oh. Yeah, take that! And that! This fire is no match for me and this never-ending extinguisher! This way! We're nearly out! Two hours later. Gosh, I can't see a time-lapse thing like that and not think of the SpongeBob voice. It doesn't look that...
It does not look that bad. The fire did not reach the main hall.
Maybe not, but the stench sure did. It smells like a garbage fire in here. Hardly surprising, half the building went up in flames. Everything backstage is gone. Backstage? Does that include Dick's dressing room? Yeah.
What do you think caused the fire?
Not what. Who? A lot of evidence just got burned up. Someone started that fire to cover their tracks. Captain's gonna have my ass for this. We lost everything! Not everything. Scout and I searched that room a little while before the fire.
We have a new theory.
Let's hear it. I just hope this isn't another wild goose chase. Dick was poisoned by Bobby Price. You gotta be kidding me.
We found the neurotoxin that was used to poison Dick.
And Becky says Bobby gave it to her as a gift. We just need to interrogate him and... Is that it? What do you mean, is that it? He was trying to get rid of the evidence. We've got him! You've got nothing! Your case has more holes than a golf course. You can't arrest a man based on one witness statement. You need hard evidence. Where'd he get the poison from? How was it administered? Where's the proof he handled this poison at all? I guess there are a few unanswered questions. We did find the owner of the pink car. Oh, I forgot about... But we did find the owner of the pink car. If you can't be thorough, how am I ever supposed to trust you? It's nothing we can't handle. Just give us a little longer. Honor, you already heard how upset the detective was earlier in regards to your safety. You nearly died in a fire, girl. Bobby's still outside getting checked for burns. As soon as they're done with him, you can have your interrogation. You know, I'm surprised he's letting us do that. You better have your evidence together by then. All of it. We better do this right, or he's never gonna let us near a crime scene again. I just don't know if there's any evidence left after that fire.
Backstage may be ruined, but we can still search the rest of the building.
We should check in with Becky, too. I want to know more about Bobby and that makeup. What's up, Becky? Thanks for getting us out of that fire. Honor. That was quite something, huh? It was a close one, that's for sure. I wanted to say... What? If it wasn't for you and Scout, you would still be stuck in that bathroom. I'm not always easy to work with, but you helped me anyway with the pep talk and the escape.
You are welcome, Becky. I am happy to have been of some assistance.
Yeah, don't mention it. Besides, if it wasn't for your firefighting heroics, we would have been burned to a crisp. When I'm head of the Starshine Committee, I'll remember what you did. I'll remember what you did today. I really appreciate that, Becky, but I don't need an award. You said anything about an award. I just said I'd remember, okay? Jeez, talk about self-centered. If anything, we should be thanking you for getting us out of the building.
Where did you learn to use a fire extinguisher like that?
I played a firefighter in the school play one year, got really into the role, wore the costume for like 2 months. In an alternate universe, Becky could have moved away from her toxic parents and become a firefighter. You know what? I'd love to see that version of Becky. But good on you, Becky. You did a good thing today, girl. Of course, back then the fire was just made of tissue paper. Holy crap! I could have died today! Why did you let me do that? I agree, Flo Kitty. It would be great. It would be great. Somewhere out there. Firefighter Becky. I still can't believe the Starshine Awards were such a scam. I was so happy when we won Best New Show in '93. Who knows when the committee started accepting bribes? I think we won fair and square that year. And as soon as I get elected, I am clearing house. All new rules and regulations, sweeping reforms, Hollywood won't know what hit it. I'm glad you found your calling. It's like I told you, you don't need an award to be happy. Of course I don't need an award. I'm gonna be in charge of giving them out. That is way better. Becky, you and your goals. Good on you, girl. Just think of all the press conferences, the publicity. We need to talk to you about Bobby again, though. I already told you everything. He wanted me to go on his show, and he gave me that makeup. You think I'm lying or something?
Not at all. We are just trying to uncover more details.
Can you remember anything else? Something he said? Any other gifts? There was this other thing that came with the makeup. I didn't think it was important, but you can take a look if you want. Puzzle! Alright, puzzle time. What we got? What we got? Tedious part. Now the fun part was knowing there was a fire right outside the bathroom and having to solve 2 puzzles before we could get out. That's great. Everybody loves solving puzzles before they get burned to a crisp, right? So safe. Such safe. Love solving puzzles with a blazing, well, fictional blazing inferno. If there were an actual blazing inferno, I think I would be doomed. There, almost done with this puzzle. There we go. Yeah, what did we find? A fan. Ooh, a fan. All right, rank A. We gotta be getting close. This fan has text printed on it. Thank you for shopping at Le Monsieur Jolie.
That must be where the makeup was purchased.
And they can tell us if they sold it to Bobby. Let me give them a call. Damn it, the battery's dead. Don't suppose you've got a power socket.
Actually, I do, but it is only designed for very low power devices. Charging a cell phone will take some time.
It's better than nothing. Here.
Becky, I haven't seen you all night. I figured you left. Just because you don't see me doesn't mean I'm not here. I've been stuck with your mother all evening. Oh yeah, I forgot about her mom is here too. Honestly, how am I supposed to find Mr. Right if I've got that hanging around me? Can I borrow your cell? There's this boutique, Le Manchot-Jolie. I need something from their sales records. Oh, I know that place. I went on a terrible couple of dates with that Humes guy. Great guy, but he insisted on cooking every time you meet up. You broke up with him because he cooked for you? All those perfumes he had screwed up his sense of smell. Honestly, it's like Pizza Hut had tried to make bologna. But I let him down gently, of course. I'm sure he'd do me a favor if I asked nicely. I need to know who bought this makeup. Rouge number 16 by Corinthia Cosmetics. Ooh, Corinthia. Very swish. I'll see what I can do. Hi, La Manchot-Jolie. Is that Marshall? It's me, Casey. How are you? Supervisor, look at you. Me, oh, you know, this and that. Oh, you saw the show? Thank you. Definitely some of my best. Listen, could you do me a big favor? I'm trying to track down one of your customers. I know you don't normally give out that kind of information, babe, but can't you make an exception for me? Another date? I don't know if that's such a good idea. Do you still cook? No! You don't have time anymore? That's great! I mean, that's understandable given your new responsibilities. How about we meet up this Friday? Now about that info. Did you sell any Corinthia Rouge number 16 recently? Oh, really? Special order? Very interesting. Do you have any contact details? Yes, a phone number would be great. Okay, got it. Thank you so much, Marshall. See you Friday. So, did you get a name? Yep. Only one person bought that makeup recently. Alex Costa.
That name again?
Who's Alex Costa? We think it might be Bobby Price using a fake name. Can you call the number they gave you? Alright, but I'm sending you my phone bill this month. Hi, could I speak to Alex Costa? That's weird. What happened? Was it Bobby? I don't know. They hung up on me. Well, that didn't work very well. Anything else, Becky? She already gave us stuff. I don't think she's gonna have anything else. Alright, alright. Should we explore? Can we still go to the... How did this survive the fire? I doubt Bobby would have come in here.
That makes it the perfect place to hide evidence.
And we only got to investigate long enough to find the stuff to escape earlier. Because what a good place to hide stuff. A random bathroom. There we go. What we got? Black gloves. Ooh. Murder gloves. Wait, if you had gloves, why did... Oh no, the other guy wiped off the prints on the door because he was freaked out after strangling. Yeah. But the real murderer probably did wear gloves. You made me dig through a garbage can for an old pair of gloves.
Not just any pair of gloves. I detected trace levels of the neurotoxin on them.
You're right. There's red powder on the fingertips.
Bobby must have worn them while handling the poison makeup, then disposed of them in here.
You guys are still assuming Bobby did it. This is a grave error on your part. Only one problem with that theory, Scout. These are women's gloves, and they kind of look kind of familiar. Oh, there's more to find in here. Gosh, so much evidence in this women's bathroom. You'd think the culprit would know better. Ugh, and they didn't even light the bathroom itself on fire. It's like there were people in there at the time. What kind of murderer is so considerate? Alright. What do we find? Flowers? The flowers. Dying flowers! Oh, poor flowers. Somebody should have put them in some water. Oh, hey! That's the last puzzle. That means we're almost done with the case. All the clues are coming together. Women's gloves, suspicious flowers. These are the flowers Dick got with his award, but they're all wilted.
Honor, don't get too close. I'm detecting neurotoxin powder inside the bouquet.
On the flowers, but Dick got these on stage. I saw him smell them. That's how he was poisoned.
They must have been poisoned in advance. But how did Bobby gain access to the flowers before the ceremony?
Maybe he didn't.
I can't detect anything else unusual in here.
I guess this is all the evidence we're going to get. I just hope it's enough to build a case around. It's plenty. Detective Cross will be here any minute with Bobby. We better have our final theory ready. Oh good, the final actual theory. Why are we still talking about Bobby?
Do you really think we have enough evidence? If we can't convince Cross...
I know. This is our last chance. But I think I finally understand what happened here tonight. Kathleen killed Dick. It's all starting to make sense now. She admitted herself that she and Dick had a long-standing feud. He was a jerk to everyone on his show, especially her. Putting up with Dick was hard enough for just one night. Imagine getting that kind of abuse for over a decade. But she could never go public. It'd be the end of her career. So she made up a fake name and started leaking rumors to the press.
Until Dick called in his lawyers and stopped the press from accepting any more stories about him. She was silenced.
Silenced, but angrier than ever. That's when she decided to take matters into her own hands. Dick Stanford had to die.
But if Kathleen killed Dick, how is it that Bobby gave the poisoned makeup to Becky?
That's exactly what I hope to find out from Bobby. A very good question. Well, look what the cop dragged in. Am I to understand Bobby isn't so innocent after all? That's what we're here to find out. Sorry, Bobby. We've got a few more questions for you. What the hell, man? I didn't kill Dick. You said so yourself. I came here for the awards, not to get interrogated by a private detective and some robot. This isn't back talk. This isn't back talk, Bobby. No one's interested in your sob story. Hope you got everything you needed, Honor. This is your last chance. Let's start with identifying the murder weapon. Dick was poisoned with a neurotoxin, sprinkled onto these flowers. Aren't those the flowers I gave him on stage? He sealed his fate as soon as he smelled them. That's why he started acting so strangely on stage. The poison was already taking effect. And fast-acting stuff. Pretty grim stuff. I can't believe this. I had those flowers too, if I'd smelled them myself. But I didn't go anywhere near those flowers. I don't even know what a neurotoxin is. The poison was hidden in makeup. Rouge number 16 from Corinthia Cosmetics.
Only a small amount of poisoned makeup is needed to kill if inhaled.
Since when do you know so much about poison?
I'm still learning what I am capable of, Detective.
Wait a second. I recognize that makeup. I was hoping you would. After all, you gave it to Becky. You handed off a deadly poison to some innocent girl? I can't believe what I'm hearing. We all trusted you, Bobby. Hold up! You gave that makeup to me! Well, he's obviously lying. I don't know. Let's hear him out. Why did Kathleen give you the makeup, Bobby? I've been trying all evening to get Becky to agree to come onto my show. She'd be great for ratings. I asked Kathleen if she had any advice. You know, girl stuff. She said I should try getting her a gift. This is the most ridiculous... finish. I asked her what kind of gift, and she thought about it for a second, and she smiled and gave me that makeup. So you're saying you were given poison makeup by Kathleen? It's all lies. I haven't spoken a word to him all evening, and I've certainly never touched any poisoned makeup. That's where my next piece of evidence comes in. Detective, this is outrageous. Bobby is the suspect here, but I feel like she's interrogating me. Well, Misery, what else have you got that ties Kathleen to the poisoning? We found this pair of gloves in the bathroom. Do they look familiar? They look just like the gloves Kathleen's been wearing all evening.
They are identical, except for one important detail. These gloves have traces of neurotoxin on them.
This is absurd! Quiet. What are you thinking, Honor? I think Kathleen used the makeup to sneak a deadly poison into the Starshine Awards. I don't know anything about poison. Really? I think you knew exactly what you were dealing with. That's why you brought a spare pair of gloves. After you dosed Dick's flowers, you threw out the gloves you were wearing to avoid poisoning yourself. I think it's obvious what's going on here. Bobby wants to frame me for Dick's murder. He used a pair of my gloves to make it look like I did it. Why would I kill Dick? We worked together for years. Exactly. You admitted to us that you suffered for years from Dick's insults and mood swings. Perhaps. But I never stooped to his level. I have a professional reputation to uphold. And that's why, when you went to the press, you used a fake name. Alex Costa. Alex Costa? I told you before, I've never heard that name in my life. Me neither. Care to enlighten us? Alex Costa told Celeb Life magazine about what a monster Dick really was. They printed the accusations, but then Dick's lawyers stepped in. And this Alex guy was someone who worked with Dick? To have that amount of dirt on him, they must have known him for years. And Bobby fits the bill perfectly. He wanted to ruin Dick's reputation to save his own show. His mother was even called Alexandra. Alexandra Price. Alex Costa. Isn't it obvious? A little too obvious. Almost as if someone knew they could pin the whole thing on Bobby if they got caught. You used my mom's name for this? Not cool! Control yourself, Bobby. We could do without another strangling today. Calm down, both of you. I see your point, Misery, but is there any direct connection to the poisoning? The makeup came from La Manchot Jolie. It was a special order for Alex Costa. I can't believe you're listening to this amateur when you have the real killer right there. There's one last piece of evidence. Alex Costa's phone number. I don't have to stand here and be insulted. You just... One moment, please. I have to... Don't worry. I hear you still get a phone call in prison. Kathleen Cartwright, you're under arrest for the murder of Dick Stanford. You don't know what it's like to spend your entire career being put down and brushed aside. He deserved to die. I put up with that monster for 20 years, 2 decades of insults and contempt, and all the while having to hear how great he was. I tried to tell the world. I tried talking to the press, and no one would listen. But that ranting, disgusting old creep you saw on stage, that was the real Dick. That's enough. Let's go. Now everyone knows what he was really like. I'm glad he's dead. I mean, fair. He kind of sucked. I only wish I could have made it more painful. I don't believe what you're telling me, Honor. Everyone loved Dick Stanford. Everyone except the people he worked with, but no one wanted to listen to them. It's like I always said, TV is the devil's work. I don't agree with any of this detective nonsense, but at least you're not in TV anymore. Have you seen Becky? I'm ready to go. Just no more arguing in the car, okay? Good luck getting Mom to agree to that. I'll stop arguing when you stop being so damn stubborn. Great news, everyone! I'm gonna be a special guest star on Back Talk with Bobby Price. You guys have a great story. I'm just glad I can help tell it to the nation. And thanks for helping prove I didn't kill anyone. You and Scout are quite the pair of detectives. I would still like to point out that the man had been drinking, probably, and did go to, like, attack Dick backstage. Like, maybe not kill him, but, like, these are still red flags. Maybe not as bad as actual murder, but, like, watch yourself, Becky. Speaking of which, can we give Bobby a ride to the police station? Detective Cross still wants to talk to him. Apparently strangling a dead guy might be illegal after all. Go figure. I mean, there was intent, Bobby. Yeah. You know what? I'm not sure I want a self-admitted strangler sitting behind me in the car. Take my keys. I'll walk. Poor Casey. Scout and I headed back to my apartment feeling good. We done it. We cracked the case. We proved them all wrong. There's still details, though. The feeling was intoxicating. A heady sense of accomplishment like I'd never felt before. We'd worked it out. We found the clues, discovered the link between them, and now justice would be done. It felt great. And at that moment, I knew. I wanted to feel this again. I wanted to feel this all the time. Oh no, she's an adrenaline junkie now. The only problem was I still had to convince everyone else. Detective Cross, my mother. Only Scout seemed to really understand. In a few short weeks, he'd become one of my closest friends. Someone I could trust. Someone that had my back. But trust has a nasty way of getting broken when you least expect it. Well, don't leave us on a downer like that. Home at last. That was one hell of a night out, right, Scout? Scout? I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just here to warn you. Scout is not what he seems. He's dangerous. What? He needs to be shut down. Now, before it's too late. I don't know who the hell you think you are, breaking into my apartment, but you better get out of here before I call the cops. Fine, I'll go. I've left you my number. Think it over. I'll be waiting for your call. Ooh, mysterious.
Honor, this is amazing. I was looking behind your bookcase, and I found a Humphrey Bogart movie we have not seen yet. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Let's go watch that movie, okay? Honor, why didn't you finish painting your wall? Case closed. We did it. We solved another case. We solved the second case. Very thrilling. Tense stuff. So many mysteries left. Like, why the heck our crappy ex-husband decided to bribe $50,000 to have her show disqualified.
and probably canceled. Because, I mean, if he did one of those things, he probably had something to do with the other. Just saying. But anyway, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't expect we'll be able to get through the other 2 cases in one go. We'll have to break them up into either. I think I can get through the next one in 2 parts. I'm not sure about the third one. I don't remember how long it is. But we'll get to that next time. So, hope you enjoyed yourself and this crazy wild adventure. It's got such good music. I love the music in this game. And the writing's not the best, but it's fun. I like it. Like, you can catch on who the murderer is usually without too much trouble. And gosh, Honor, you've got a bad habit of jumping to conclusions without enough evidence. There's a reason why police work takes time, and it's because you gotta dot all your I's and cross your T's and make sure you don't get it wrong, or you're gonna have a lawsuit on your hands. But, you know, I'm not a detective. I'm just a lazy sloth playing some games and doing silly voices. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you have a nice day. Until next time,